to please come up along with Dr. Tessie Thomas and take this conversation forward. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Kick the bucket without doing something remarkable for the country. So being 75th independent anniversary of the country, something has to be done different. And you know, STEM and women don't go together. That's the greatest myth people have. And they keep saying that, you know, oh no, I don't think you're too good at this. So I was like, no, we got to do this, and that too with rural India. So handpicked about 750 children from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, all the states and union territories, 10 children from each government school, put them together, brought them online because due to COVID, got them online, taught them what is a satellite, what is a rocket, where does a satellite sit in a rocket, what is space first, and then got them to understand the components that go in making payloads, and got them to code that and send them to us. And then my team integrated the whole satellite.
That's
so this is how, you know,
inspiring.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you know, I firmly believe that there is seriously this myth about STEM and women. All of you are breaking it one by one and breaking it with such force. You're here. We also have, you know, Dr. Tessie Thomas seated there. And Anuradha TK, for everyone in the room, she was the first woman satellite project director for ISRO. She's helmed key satellite launches such as the GSAT-10 and the GSAT-12. Tell us about your journey, ma'am. What brought you into space, and what does it feel like when you're seeing, you know, the next generation of Anuradha TK and Srimathy Kesan and a Tessie Thomas seated on stage?
First of all, congratulations to Dr. Kesan and her team. It's a wonderful thing to see that in India, such movements are happening, that the rural children are encouraged. That's something fantastic. And coming to your other question, that women in science and technology, to tell you frankly, it is a myth which is created by West, not in India. And if you really see in all your families, your sisters, your daughters, you want each of them to take science. I mean, it's a natural course, unless someone is very passionate about doing commerce or arts or any other thing. I think it's a very common thing that girl or boy today, at any economic background, they would like to pursue science, and they want to continue as doctors or engineers. It's a very common thing in India. I think it's nothing unusual for us, even from ancient India. And so was it for us. And for me, I don't know how much I can take time. For me, we grew up in a very free environment in our family, and we were always encouraged to ask questions and debate. Do not accept as it is, whatever is told, and you have to reason out. And we were 4 sisters at home, no brothers. And
that must have been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was. Though I miss sometimes, I wish I had a brother. So yeah, it was like, debating all the time. Take anything, whether it is mythology or science or anything that is happening around. We would have debates at home, and we were very inquisitive, and we were encouraged to be so. And that's the way we grew up. And we did not have so much pressure as children that you have so much homework and
you
like
have to get 100,
today's children.
100 on 100 in everything.
No. In fact, even my parents never insisted. And in fact, once I think I got, just when I moved from my vernacular school to English medium school, I really had a tough time adjusting, and I got pretty low marks in biology, not in maths or physics or anything. In biology, I got less marks. And I was really afraid what my father would say, because we had to get signature in the report card. And he was so, I'm surprised the way he said, okay, next time you do better, that's all. You know, I mean, there was no insistence that you had to stand first, you had to, you know, no rat race for us.
So the
And
freedom they gave you, in a sense, liberated you to pursue what you wanted to do.
you put it very beautifully. I believe in that. We have a beautiful quote, Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye. It means education is that which liberates you. If you don't get liberated, you haven't been educated, right?
That's a brilliant way of putting it.
That's true. So that's how we grew up, and we had total independence to choose what we want to do. And my elder sister, she became a medical doctor. And my parents had an inclination that I too should take up medical thing. I don't know. I got a seat too, but I was not interested. I remember my father was already on transfer. He was here and there. He was in government job. And he sent a telegram. Those days we didn't have a phone at home. Let Anuradha join medical. Then I told my mom, no, I'm not joining. That's all. Next day, one more telegram came. Let her join what she wants.
And that was probably the best decision.
Yeah, I mean, I would make decisions for myself, and so were my sisters too at home. We were all very independent and, you know.
Got it.
That way.
Dr. Kesan, you know, why do you have this mission to educate girls in India, particularly from government schools? Why do you think space education will be important for them? You know, beyond the fact that it looks great, you know, the fact that these 750 girls worked on a satellite that India has launched, what's the larger impact? How is this going to help the country?
Well, that's a brilliant question. You know, the facade of Indian rural children generally internationally is, you know, you carry a mud pot, torn clothes, walking on a deserted path. You know, this is what is picturized everywhere, you know, in all the magazines that you see. I wanted to break that. I wanted to say that, you know, these are not Indian girls. The Indian girls are more powerful if you give them a platform. So give them that platform. And in fact, for this year's UN Girl Children's Day, what we did was the children who worked on Azadi Sat, they were in their rural attire, but we gave satellites and rockets in their hands and sent that to UN, and it was published everywhere. So we said, no more Indian girls with mud pots. They are with satellites. And space is the future. Everybody is talking about it, and they want to, you know, I think this is a platform, I'm sure, I know if I'm going to voice out, they're going to be brickbats, but I would love to voice out saying that the West always loves to trounce upon that Indians are snake charmers still, and we wanted to say, no, our girls, rural India is also powerful. So wow. What are you talking about? People sitting there in ISRO and everything. They are even more powerful. So we will launch Chandrayaan at the first shot, Mangalyaan first shot. Everything is possible. So this kind of a power I wanted to give my rural children, so that today they stand as a testimony to the rest of the children, rest of the youth of the country, as leaders. You know how many children I mean, you should ask this to them.
In fact, I'm going
I
to
think
get them to talk.
Yeah, how they feel about, you know,
right.
What's the transformation they had.
Right. So we have, you know, kids from Kerala, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, or up, Bihar and Tamil Nadu. So one of them will be speaking in Tamil, two of them will be speaking in Hindi, and she's going to be speaking in English. We will translate it for the benefit of our audience here. நீங்க முதல்ல சொல்லுங்க, உங்களுக்கு எதுக்கு ஸ்பேஸ் பிடிச்சிருக்கு, சேட்டலைட்ஸ் பிடிச்சிருக்கு, என்ன ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
என்னோட பேர் ஜே குகப்பிரியா. நான் தமிழ்நாட்டில் மதுரை மாவட்டம் திருமங்கலம் அரசு பெண்கள் மேல்நிலைப் பள்ளியில் 12ஆம் வகுப்பு படிக்கிறேன். ஆசாதிசா 2 எங்கள் 780 மாணவிகளின் கனவு. ஆசாதிசா 2 அன்னைக்கு பிப்ரவரி 10ஆம் தேதி 780 மாணவிகளின் கனவுகளையும் எங்கள் கனவுகளின் அரசி டாக்டர் ஸ்ரீமதி கேசன் அம்மையார் அவர்களின் கடின உழைப்பையும் அதை எங்களுக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுத்த 11 இளம் விஞ்ஞானிகளான சகோதரர்களின் அறிவையும் எங்கள் பெற்றோர் மற்றும் ஆசிரியர்களின் ஆனந்த கண்ணீரையும் சுமந்து கொண்டு வெற்றிகரமாக விண்ணில் சீறி பாய்ந்தது.
You want to
She's from a background that, absolutely rural. And she says it was a dream we've never dreamt before. And this has really transformed not only our lives, our parents' lives, everybody's lives. And we wanted to be thankful for this whole mission.
What she's being humble about is she owed a lot of gratitude to Dr. Kesan for making her dreams come true.
ஆசாத்தி சார் 2க்கு அப்புறமா எனக்குள்ள ஒரு தன்னம்பிக்கை வந்துச்சு. இன்னும் நான் நிறைய கண்டுபிடிப்புகள் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். என்னோட எண்ணம் எல்லாமே ISROல சயின்டிஸ்ட் ஆகணும்
அப்படின்றது. That is easy to translate. She wants to become a scientist at ISRO. All the very best to you. And we will interview you 10 years later or 20 years later as a scientist. Maybe as a project director.
Thank you so much.
आप बताइए आपके बारे में, आपको अंतरिक्ष में इतनी रुचि क्यों है? आप किससे प्रेरित हुई हैं?
वैसे तो मुझे साइंस में पहले से ही इंटरेस्टेड थे, लेकिन जब से मैम के द्वारा ये मिशन चलाया गया और ऑनलाइन कोई क्लास के द्वारा मुझे जो टीचिंग मिली, इंफॉर्मेशन मिला स्पेस के बारे में, उससे मुझे और भी इंटरेस्टेड होने लगा और मुझे स्पेस में और भी इंटरेस्ट होने लगा.
और आप क्या बनना चाहेंगी बड़े होकर?
आई वॉन्ट टू बिकम इन द साइंस फील्ड.
एक्सीलेंट. आप बताइए आपको क्यों इंटरेस्ट है स्पेस में, अंतरिक्ष में, सैटेलाइट्स में?
माय नेम इज़ हिना साहू और मैम ने जब हमें ये मिशन कराया, इसमें भाग कराया हमें, तो सबसे पहले हमें नहीं पता था कि अंतरिक्ष क्या होता. हम सोचते भी नहीं थे अंतरिक्ष के बारे में. हम सिर्फ देखते थे कि हाँ होता है, पृथ्वी में के आगे भी कुछ होता है जो हम आसमान में देखते हैं. पर जब हम इस प्रोग्राम में भाग लिए तब पता चला कि अंतरिक्ष क्या होता है, अंतरिक्ष में क्या है. तो आगे बढ़ना है. अब हमें अंतरिक्ष में आगे बढ़ना है और जाकर देखना है कि अंतरिक्ष से हमारा भारत देश कैसे दिखता है. जैसे हमारा
Superb. One after the other, these girls are just remarkable. They deserve a bigger round of applause. I'm going to let the girl from Kerala have the last word. Tell us what your dreams and aspirations are.
My name is Nashita Afnaniyam. I am from Kerala, Sidi Sahib Memorial Higher Secondary School. Firstly, I'm very proud and very happy to part of the Sasadi set, and a very big thank to our sweet, charming Srimathy Kesan ma'am. And our girls are hidden in a 4 walls. They could not come forward to show the talents to the entire world. But in this project, our Srimathy ma'am gives our girls the opportunity to show the world. So I am remembering an African adage: if you educate a man, you train a man. If you educate a girl, you train a village.
On that brilliant note, huge round of applause to all of you. I think all of you would have seen that Mission Mangal movie. If there's a second version, we have 4 people here. 4 girls who can be part of it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can be more generous with your applause, please.